of drizzle there at half-time. And now the sun comes out, ready to start this exciting second half here on Highlands FM. Cats to the right, Burrows to the left of your dial. And we'll almost see another stalemate here. Socket off the ground there by Hanson of the Cats. Ball up towards centre half forward to Ryan. Dishes out a slick handball out to a teammate there. And the Burrows will look to move the ball out there on the outer side. Freeth attacks the ball hard, slips to ground. A little bit of drizzle there at half time. Just making our conditions a little bit slippery. And without the breeze, it'll take a little while to dry out. As Davies stabs the pass out there to Clough in front of the scoreboard at 62-25 in favour of the Burrows. And a turnover now. Ryan loops the kicker high up and under. That'll make it rain. Out towards centre wing, out of side. Evans bashes the ball inboard towards the ground now to Harvey. And now the pressure is now on at centre half forward as our Johnson. He's wrapped up. Sorry, that was Goodwin there as well. It was Johnson and they're on hands and knees, and we will see a ball up. Umpire Nick Luke. We'll get ready to restart proceedings about 52.5 metres out from the Cats' goal kicking to the right of your dial. And I think Veach said, what, too many goals kicked to the right of your dial in the first half?
No, there was only 3 goals kicked, and they were all to Diggers in that second quarter. Kicked to the right.
And they've kicked the last 3 goals of the game, and they're the ones with possession of the ball now. As Richardson, he's got plenty of space through the middle of the ground, up towards centre half forward. Good 2-on-2 contest, and it's Long who bashes the ball out towards Clough, who dispossessed his opponent there on half back and found Sanders. Up and under kick, up towards centre wing. They couldn't quite take the mark out there. The Cats put his head down, and now Richardson with a turnover. They've got the extra man there. Diggers rest. Left foot kicker that would have been Rust. Up towards Evans, 55 metres out from goal, left half forward. He wheels around in that trusty left foot of his. Good 1-on-1 contest. Tucky nursed his man there in Markworth under the ball and took a great mark. And he'll go back and he'll go for goal number 3, I think, Veach.
Yes, goal number 3, yeah. He's line up for.
And he's in the left forward pocket on a slight angle, wrong side for a right footer, but should not be beyond him here on Highlands FM. And here goes Brent Tucky for the first one. He's kicked it. The Burrows are on the board again. They're 11-2-68 to Macedon 4-1-25. And I think if the math says correctly, Jess, I think it might be the biggest margin of the game here in the early stages.
Yeah, you're right about that, Chris. It will be 43, the margin.
And the previous biggest margin of the day was
37.
37. So it is exploding out. Very interesting though, Veach. The other Cats kicked the opening 4 goals of the second quarter, and now the Burrows have undone all their good work.
Yeah, especially near the end of that second quarter, the way that Diggers Rest was able to fight and just get those late goals, and now they've been able to start it off early with a goal. It's just what they did in that second quarter just went out the window and to be 4 even further behind than they were at quarter time.
Pretty disappointing now as the ball heads forward again for the Cats. She's wrapped up there at ground level there by Fleming. Right has a shot at goal, goes across the face of goal. Fleming, that's Meldrum. He finds Farrugia. He's dispossessed, just metres away from the boundary line, and it's Catton that takes the ball out of bounds, and we'll see a throw in right forward pocket. It's 68-25. How long is the term, Jess?
3 minutes, Chris.
Great work. 3 minutes first term. 43 points the margin. A couple of Cats looking to come on. Ball brought to ground now. Davies just taken to ground there at ground level. Plenty of players throwing their body into this one. And Harvey there, the leading tackler. And we'll see a ball up about 35 metres out from the Cats' goal. Down the corridor. Ball goes up. Even tap out there from both sides. Ball now at centre half forward here for the Cats. Goodwin off the step to squeeze one out. There's about 5 Burrows there, and the ball goes to ground. And a beautiful tackle there from the Cats. They look it up there. They were just gearing up there. Veach, they fumbled it though.
Yeah, there was 3 of them that went to try and grab and mark, and if one of them actually talked or claimed it for them, I'm pretty sure the other 2 would have dropped off and they would have been able to get it out of the defence.
Well, football can be that simple, and as we spoke about on the Sports Wrap last night, Chris Wilson was talking about with his under-18s charge during the Interleague, is that the boys just had to talk. It's just that simple now. as the Burrows. They'll pump the ball along up towards centre half back now. Christensen, who got a little bit of claret there in that second half. Beautiful work. He'll send the ball along. Who's there? Fleming. He goes up. Ball at ground level now. We will see another ball up. Quick around the grounds in the Bendigo Football Netball League. Gisborne 7-7-49 leads Strathfield Save 5-4-34. Second term down there. Kangaroo Flat 1-8-14 trails Sandhurst 14-3-87. And South Bendigo 8-12-60 trail Maryborough 4-1-25 as the Cats have a shot at goal. And who was that one there, Veach?
Can't find him at the moment.
Just another, the Cats pushing just a little bit closer. And we will see the margin out to 7 goals here on Highlands FM, 26-68. Ball now at half forward now for the Cats. Just that quick clearing away from Davies. Turnover now. Opportunity here for, that might be from Johnston. Finds a teammate there in Ferrugia. He's just got to go back and kick the goal. It is that simple. And he's got a teammate there in the goal square. Didn't need him. He's kicked one for Ferrugia here for the Cats. His Bulldogs, whose former club, is on the right track. They had a win in the reserves, 95-40. He's got the all-important first goal for the Cats in a long time. Veach?
Yeah, they needed that goal. But just, it kind of looked a bit awkward the way he took the mark, but he didn't want to go back for the set shot, and he nearly played on enough for it to actually be called play on. He stepped about probably 3 steps off his line, but he was able to go back, and he still ended up rushing it a bit, but he was able to get it through the middle.
Magnificent work now as the Cats, they'll have to gather the ball now in defence now as Sanders. He just keeps it in across half back. Dangerous. Kernan takes a mark. Defensive 45. Used to him playing more in the forward line. Right foot kick along the boundary line in front of Davies, and it skittles out of bounds. Jess, when was the Cats' previous goal, like the last previous goal?
The last goal was the 10-minute mark of the second quarter.
And what's the time now?
The time now is nearly 7 minutes.
So nearly a full 20-odd minutes between goals here for the Cats. A crucial one at that. Clough up and under kick up towards right half forward to Fleming, and he'll win a free kick for a hold. He will. A long way out from goal, though. Scoreboard flank. He'll get underneath it. It's a big kick, a lot of one-on-ones. This will be good for the Cats. Ball at ground level. Johnson couldn't pick it up at ground level. Chance here for Arnold, the Rising Star Award winner. And he shanked that kick, and he pulled it to Catton for the Burrows. Good pressure there from the Diggers Rest side. Ball along the boundary line, Marsh. Out there on the outer side. Handball looped over the top to Marshall. Right foot kick along the boundary line to Freeth. Right half back for Diggers Rest along the scoreboard. Or was it left half back? Marked there by Fogarty. It's 68-32. Early stages, third term on Highlands FM. Good mark taken out there by Rust, who's got 1 goal on the board this afternoon. Looking for options further up that field. That trusty left foot kick turnover. Well, it should be as Arnold. He turned attack into defence. He's gathered up the ball. He'll be sure of this one. He does. He finds Detman. He finds Davies. Golding the ball. You can't take on Gleeson. And now the Burrows will move forward through Heritage. Up towards the point of the square now. Well, that ran that general vicinity, the hot spot now. Goodwin, he was in attack just moments ago. He sends out a barrel out towards Ferrugia. Trapped it beautifully. He's got a couple of Burrows to contend with. Slippery ball. Finds Goodwin again here on centre wing. Good work here by Darren Goodwin. His fitness levels have improved out of sight. But he's kicking just a little bit over the head there of a teammate there at half forward. Now they'll switch Ryan out towards the outer side again. This is like a game of ping pong, just going from one end to the other at frenetic pace. Russ there on the outer side, loops it over the top of Fogarty. Here on centre wing, outer side, just looking to pick up plenty of the ball. One plenty of disposal today to Freeth. Made to earn it there against Clough out there on the outer side. Out there on centre wing, scoreboard side at 68-32 in favour of Diggers Rest. The visitors here this afternoon on the RDFL coverage on Highlands FM. We're 88.1 FM here at the ground. Clark, rarely sighted since quarter time, finds Gleeson in plenty of space here. commentary side. They're all queuing up here. Hansford's got to go. He's still got 2-1 to contend with, and Harvey, left foot kick, Tucky! He takes a great mark out there over Markworth at left in the left forward pocket, and he's on a tough angle there, Veach.
Yeah, he's really close to the boundary. The umpire down there is making sure he's going to kick, line up for his kick straight on that line that he's marking out.
Well, Tucky, former West Coast Collingwood playoff, a standing start. He's kicked it. He's kicked it. He has kicked it all right. He's kicked 4 for the day. And now the critical one there, the Burrows, 12-2, 74 to Macedon, 5-2, 38. And Jess, how long have we gone?
10 minutes, Chris.
Into the third quarter. I'm going to pull up Jess is going to pull up a mind-blowing stat in a second. When was the last point that Diggers Rest kicked? At what minute mark of the second term?
The 4-minute mark of the second term, so it's quite a while ago.
Yeah, kicking pretty accurately, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, very accurately.
Just 2 points. Both sides are. We've seen 17-4. Now, Veach, I don't know if we've still got a score over at Broadford there, because it was a drowning. That's the home side, just copping a bath there from Rupert's Wood.
Yeah, I'll grab that up in just 1 sec.
Simply magnificent, mate. Love your work now as the Cats, they'll head forward. And we will see a ball up.
The last score I've got is still that half-time score where it's Broadford 6-5-41 to Rupert's Wood 15-8-98.
57 points of margin. Big bustling Barry Hall couldn't have a second half to remember, could he? He couldn't kick 10 goals in the second half to get the boys over the line.
Oh, you never know.
Depends if they can get the ball down to him.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many he's kicked out of those 6. Ball heads forward now for the Cats. Heritage loops the handball back there to Mars. Turnover, goal here for the Cats. No. Bounces on the wrong side of the stick to Ash Fleming. That's his first score of the day. And the Cats 5-3-32. Trail the Burrows 12-74. Back to 41 points as Clark takes the mark across half back, switches across outer side to Rust. His skills have been magnificent this afternoon. Just that lethal left foot kick, similar to Scotty Lucas over at Essendon. And Christensen gets in there with a spoil against Reece Hannon. We'll see a boundary throw in 55 metres out from goal, left half forward Veach.
It's just interesting this quarter so far. Diggers Rest seems to be able to break the shackles, I reckon, a little bit of their tags. They've been able to get a bit free, they've been able to link up, but Macedon's still digging in, as we just saw. They've been able to get the ball down to the 50. They just haven't been able to get the boot to ball to get it through those goalposts.
Well, there is no scoring end. The wind has sort of stopped now as Diggers Rest take the advantage and press forward again. Tucky came from behind and got the spoil now. Kernan, he's wrapped up. Umpire said no prior opportunity. Ball now about 20 metres out from the Burrows goal. A handball there from Tucky into the space, hoping to find a teammate. And the pressure from both sides enables Fogarty to just get a right foot kick, check side kick. And Detman takes the mark in the right back pocket. Loops it over the top to Sanders. Clark hot on his hammer. Defensive 30. Right forward pocket. He switches across to the outer side. Right foot kick to Kernan. There's a 2-on-1 here. They've got to work it out here, Macedon. Kernan. Dangerous kick under bit of pressure. Sanders. Sanders. The ball was touched there by the Diggers Rest opponent, and a free kick will be paid back for where the ball was kicked. And for those playing at home, the infringement occurred as the kick was taking place, hence why the ball had to go back to the kicker. And now Detman across half back to Christensen. Can't miss him now. He's got the white headband on, similar to Raf Nadal or John McEnroe. All up towards the outer side, and we'll see the ball casually slipping out there. And the Harleys are here this afternoon. You see them roaring in the background. When are we going to get ourselves one of those? We can roll along to the ground in a Harley. We got a ball up here in the middle of the ground. Well, close to. Quick kick around from O'Brien to Ferrugia. Could be a 50. Not quite. Ferrugia, long way out from goal for the Cats. He pumps it long to Fleming. The Burrows, I think it was Heritage. It was Brave getting in front now there of that contest, and they'll switch. Here comes Long onto the ground. Bang, good pressure here on centre wing. Great work there from Reese Hannon. He's like a little terrier. He just keeps fighting away, just like the reigning Bowen medalist. He's in this contest as well. Clark along the boundary line. Good mark by Fogarty against Christensen. At right half forward here in front of us. Commentary wing for Diggers Rest. It'll be 50. Christensen wasn't happy with that one, but I think he just encroached a little bit too much as they were pushing across there, Veach.
Yeah, he just tried to sneakily just gain a couple of inches, just trying to get the block on it, and the umpire picked it up. He stood too far and gave it 50.
Well, Nick Luke, a very experienced umpire, while he only a youngster, umpired at VFL level, brings a lot to this competition now. As Fogarty goes bang, and he kicks a goal for Diggers Rest. It is 13-2. 80 to 5-3, 33, 47 points game high margin. Interesting stat there with Fogarty. His last 2 goals have come from marks and 50-metre penalties. He's been on fire there. He's looked like a little terrier there, Veach.
Yeah, he's just been able to pop up when needed, and he's kicked the 3 goals today, which has been really good for him. I've noticed that he's always been starting on the bench for every quarter, so they're using him more as an impact player. They bring him on, and that's what he's causing at the moment. He's been able to, make an impression on the game, and he's got 3 goals on the board for his team.
Magnificent work, mate. Now we get ready to restart this one here. Of course, we thank you for your company wherever you may be listening. Veach leading the way with the special comments. Jess on the stats, both doing magnificent jobs this afternoon. As we will see another ball up eventuate slowly. And it's 80 to 33. And plenty of big games, plenty of big upsets as well. Possibly on the verge, the way current scores have been going. The Cats push forward again. They're a long way behind in this one. They need some magic to happen, and it's got to happen now. Clark, he's tackled there on half-back. O'Brien turns it over to the superstar out there in Harvey. He sends it out there towards centre wing. I think that might be Freeth. Loops it over the top to Marshall. Craig Marshall. Works it into Heritage. They've got to get going now. The Burrow to Harvey. He's just bustling around there as if he was made to play in that position. Just winning plenty of ball across between the arcs. Kernan, he's wrapped up. Umpire calls play on. 45 metres out from the Burrows goal. Kicking to the left of your dial. And we'll see another ball up. Veach, any more scores from around the grounds in the RDFL?
In the RDFL, we have Melton Central's 8-2 50 Trails, Sunbury Kangaroos 9-10 64. We also have Broadford 6-5 41 Trail, Rupert's Wood 17-9 111.
Wow, 70 points the margin over there at Harley Hammond Reserve. And Broadford, well, it's not happening for them. I know we get excited when Barrow Hall's playing, but their team is getting absolutely challenged to a degree, as Rupert's Wood are on the way to a big win. And of course, earlier on in the game, Melton Central's had the honours over there of the Sunbury Kangaroos, and that's 14 points now, as you've mentioned before, mate. As a free kick's been awarded to Macedon out there on half-back. Now, right, he's got to get this going. And it's a good mark there, taken by Walker. 48 metres out from goal for the Cats. He's got to get this ball moving quickly. He's got Fleming, one out in the goal square. And Diggers Rest a little bit reluctant there to put some numbers back. In fact, now he's going to opt to settle and have a shot at goal. He gets close to the paint. He just lobs it up, Fleming! He flew, and he took an absolute belter in the point of the square. He's had trouble getting the Dukes to get that vice-like grip on a few marks today, but that's as good as it gets.
Oh, that was absolutely beautiful, the way he just flew over the top there, as we see him just go right smack bang through the middle of that. But it's good to see him get the confidence to actually attempt to go for a fly, considering he's dropped probably about 2 or 3 that he should have taken, and that will do good for his confidence, not just for him but also for the team.
Well, they're trailing by a significant margin, 41 points. How long, Jess, into this third term?
Nearly 19 minutes.
Nearly 19 minutes, nearly into time on here on Highlands FM's coverage of the RDFL. It's Macedon 6-3, 33, Trail Diggers Rest 13-2, 80. And we're seeing 19 goals, 5 scored in nearly 3 quarters of football. And we thank you for your company wherever you may be listening. And the big game over at Docklands going there, Veach. Let the biffo continue, mate. What's happening down there?
Oh, well, it's currently Brisbane 11-6-72, lead Essendon 10-8-68, so it's 4 points there. And as we're just looking at the score, Worm, it's just been going goal for goal. It's just the lead has continuously changed over and over. As we'll look at the other game, we have the Hawks, who are 12-7-79, lead the Giants at halftime 5-2-32. So it's going pretty much the way that everyone would have expected.
Two good games of football and a great game of football here on Highlands FM, wherever you may be listening. We thank you for your company now as the Burrows are looking to press forward again. Detman on hands and knees, squeezed it out to Christensen. Kick around the body, Davies. Got a 3-on-1, and Story's there at ground level. Aaron Story coming across from Gisborne this year. Detman, he draws in, I think that's Hansford. He kicks the ball long up towards Fleming. Pressure's on him now. Catton's just worn him like a glove. He is playing a game and a half, Brett Catton. He finds Heritage, up and under kick, but like a quarterback, just found his man there in Freeth. Of course, that's what happens in the NFL over there. Plenty of Freeths in that competition. Not quite. As the ball gets sent up to centre wing, out of side. Good work there from Kernan, coming with the spoil. But it was the Burrows that managed to lock that one in. And just looking at some of the goals being kicked around the grounds in the AFL, Joe Roughhead has kicked 4 for the Hawks to lead all goal scorers over there. And Franklin's kicked 2 goals too on the board. As we'll see another ball up out there on the outer side.
I got a quick update here from Dave, just sends in the text, says that Romsey is 16-9-105 to Kilmore 2-4-16.
They've run away with it in that this third quarter. They're Redbacks.
I don't think Kilmore's even scored a point in this quarter. No, they haven't. It's 22 minutes gone in the third quarter and they are scoreless to 8 goals free to Romsey. So they've basically just doubled their score for the quarter with Romsey.
And they've doubled their halftime score. That is amazing. As Tucky takes a mark, a left half forward on a tight angle. He's kicked a few today, Jess. Brent Tucky.
Yeah, he's kicked 4 so far.
And 4 straight. He's on a tight angle. Up and under kick. Umpire didn't move. But it was a point. Bit of a letdown there. Or what could have seen a casual 5 straight. And the first point in a long, long time. I know it's an incredible feat here. It's 13-3-81 to 6-3-39. Just when did Diggers Rest score their last point?
4th minute mark of the third quarter.
And we're at 22 minutes gone?
Yep, 22, yep. Exactly, just as you said, 22 actually.
So it's been a long time between points. And a bit of how you're going over there at centre half forward. Umpire Nick Luke, he's going to bring out the yellow card. Well, it is on. Now these players are coming across the middle of the game. They've got to stay out of it. They have to stay out of this. And it's a free kick to Diggers Rest. They'll move on with it. Tucky, ball at ground level now. The Cats through Christensen. Throws the ball. It's still going on. The whistle's been blown again. Issue's been taken here. It's going to be a free. I think it'll be a free kick to the Cats. Well, we're not sure what's happening here. There's a big indiscretion at the centre half forward for the Cats, and I think it might be Brett Catton who's going to be yellow carded. Indiscretion. And, well, this is only going to be benefit for Fleming. We're not too sure of the circumstance yet. Goodwin might even get the... looks like he might be yellow carded too. The two might have had a fair bit to do with it. They're still having a few words. It's not too often you see the opposing 17s run off together after a few heated words. So both players down to 17, and we're 23 minutes gone here in this term. And now the Cats will have a shot at goal to the coach. This is a coach's goal if there ever was one. Al Meldrum, high action up towards Fleming, just over his head. Here's a chance though, through for a rush behind. And the Cats 16-4-40. Trail Diggers Rest 13-3-81. But Fleming's been worn like a glove by Cat in their beat, so it might be a benefit to the Cats.
Yeah, he might be able to get some good leads happening. They might be able to hit him up.
Yeah, I guess the problem for them is that Goodwin's been doing a lot of the damage for the Cats and getting the ball forward now as they'll look to turn defence into attack. Kernan, he's he's had an interesting day at the office, but it's great to see these young players have a chance at senior level. Right foot kick up towards half forward. Plenty of Burrows around this one. Good hand there from Fleming. Managed to bring the ball to ground, although the Burrows with plenty of players at ground level from Freeth. Out on the outer side. The Diggers Rest lead this one by 41 points, approaching the end of the third term. Tucky, 52.5 metres out from goal. Left foot kick. He saw Harvey out of the corner of his eye. Just overcooked it a little bit. Christensen ducks the head, sidesteps him beautifully. And he found Walker. He's got to get going now. A good intercept there by Fogarty. He's had a good game. And he sold his teammate into trouble there. We will see a ball up, dead set, centre wing. Commentary side, it's 13-3-81 to 6-4-40. This little bit of drizzle starts to engulf the ground here on Highlands FM's coverage of the RDFL. Ball now at ground level. On the siren. And an intense end to that third quarter, guys. And it's still going.
Yeah, it doesn't want to stop.
Well, we've got to... Oh, it is on now. It is on. This has just been taken a little bit too seriously. Michael O'Brien, well, we saw an incident in the under-18s earlier on over at Riddles Creek that did not go well. It started to die down a little bit. This is a bit of how you're going here on the three-quarter time siren. We won't see, as O'Brien and Fogarty have a little bit of how you're going. Wow. This is heat at its most. This is intense.
Passions are inflamed.
They've just got to get out of it. The Cats hierarchy urging their players to keep out of it. Players are being pushed aside. This is unbelievable. As the drizzle starts to pick up here on Highlands FM. Well, this is...
Quarter.
Well, we've got a big last quarter here on Highlands FM. We thank you for your company wherever you may be listening. It's 13-3, Diggers Rest to 6-4-40. And the early free kick given away for too high, and it'll go towards Gleeson here for the Burrows. He'll pump the ball along up towards left half forward. Kernan there bashes it towards the boundary line. Chase down there. I think that might have been Lee Ruston. We'll see a boundary thrown in front of the Diggers Rest hierarchy. So plenty of players out there in the Diggers Rest box. Unfortunately, two of them have been yellow carded, so they've got a bench of 6 as we speak at the moment now. Harvey snaps around the body. Cats need this first goal of this last term just to get something going. Ball now through our Story. Gets a kick towards the boundary line. Here's an opportunity here for Walker. He can just keep it in. Yes, he does. He does beautifully. And he had a great shepherd there as well. The Cats will press forward again. Marsh! Well, beautiful mark there. Now he's switch across to the outer side and a mark taken there by Sluggett. He's been a little bit quiet there since half-time. He finds Piccolo across half-back. Another Burrow who hasn't won too much of the ball. He's got a couple of goals to his name, though. Very dangerous. Umpire calls play on now. Back to Sluggett. Defensive 35. Left forward pocket, or left half back there for Diggers Rest. Over the top to Laurie in front of Meldrum. I guess a few of these players haven't been noticed too much because the Burrows, they had a large portion of the ball in their forward half in that third quarter. And Laurie with the barrel sends the ball long, and it's ricocheted off the boot there from Piccolo, and it goes out of bounds on the full outer side, Vici.
I've just got a couple scores from the AFL, just to update. We have Brisbane 11-7-73 lead Essendon 10-9-69, just a minute gone in the last quarter, and during the 13-minute mark of the third quarter, Hawthorn 49-93 to Giants 8-250.
Big games all around the other region. There's a good spoil there from Kernan. That will lift his confidence, and that'll lift his confidence even more as he takes on Stewie Clark. The youngster and the apprentice and the experienced player there battle it out, and we'll see a boundary throw in 55 metres out from goal. Left half forward here for the Diggers Rest side. It's 41 points the margin. Early stages, final term. Richardson just sharks it out of the ruck and sends the ball along to a sea of Cats. As Kernan just got his handball away and had Markworth there in support. Back to Kernan. Kick around the body to Clough. Out there on half-back. Loops the handball over the top to Sanders. He's got some space. He's got some time. And he's turned it over to Harvey. They'll have to reset their jets again, the Cats. They've got the job ahead of them now as Diggers Rest have the ball at half forward. Kick around the body there. I think that might have been from Gleeson. Markworth, it's going to be a free kick to the Cats for a hold. Umpire calls play on now, the Cats. They'll bring the ball out towards the commentary side. There's just not a lot happening. There is not a lot happening at all. Hence why the ball is cannoned out of bounds on the full. And a free kick will go to Stewie Clark. And guys, are we thinking of any stars who could be contenders for the Hancock Granary Player of the Day?
Probably thinking Jeff Heritage for Diggers, the number 7. He's been everywhere. I've noticed him so much with the ball and he's been using it well.
Well, how about you, Jess? Thinking the same? Yep, she's liking it. As Reece Hannon gets through a minus score, it's 13-4-82 to Bassett at 6-4-40. And the Cats just urgently need the first goal of this all-important last term, and they need them like lightning. They got 4 goals in a hurry in the second term, to the end of which they're kicking at. Davies takes the ball across centre half back, and he gets the ball moving on to a teammate there. It's just a very unconvincing kick up towards Meldrum now. Good work there by Marsh, who ricocheted it off to a teammate there on the outer side, and now the Burrows will move beautifully. And here's a chance here for Russ. He's got a Paddock in the middle of the ground. Left foot kick to Tucky, just bounces in front of him. And Markworth puts his body on the line. Tucky does likewise. Gets a handball over the top to Rust. Plenty of Cats around this one. Tucky, he's wrapped up. Markworth just gallantly knocks it towards the boundary line. Ball still in play. Good pressure here from both sides. Still in play, in fact. Just metres away from the boundary, and eventually goes out of bounds about 50 metres out from the Burrows goal, left half forward. And plenty of excitement here as Diggers Rest 13-4-82. They kicked 7 goals to 0 in the first term. And now here's a chance for Wood. He kicks a minor score from 30 metres out. The reigning Bowen medalist, Cam Woods, casually making his way into the team after an interrupted year through back injury, we've been told. So he's just doing a good job up forward, not playing the dominant role in the midfield. Cats still looking for that first goal. Mark taking that there on the outer side. The Cats through Kernan. Right foot kick up towards centre wing, towards O'Brien. He takes a mark there in front of Sluggett. Centre wing, outer side, scoreboard wing. 43 points a margin. The Cats got within 19 points early stages. Second term, after trailing by 7 goals at one stage. Fleming just over the top of his head, keeps his feet, falls to ground all of a sudden. Slippery conditions out there. Kick up towards, around the centre half forward now with Burrows using their numbers, and they'll switch the ball out towards the commentary side to Clark. He's got Walker hot on his hammer. Tries to draw in a teammate. Ooh, the Ryan. Bit of staticness. Good work there by the Cats there, Veach.
He anticipated it, he went for it, and he was able to cut that off.
Beautiful. Good spoil there from Diggers Rest now as Clark out there on the rebound sends the ball up towards the middle of the ground. Ball opportunity here for Reece Hannon. He's wrapped up straight away. A couple of Cats on his hammer. Here comes O'Brien up towards the hot spot. Free kick, Cats. Here's a chance. Jess, how long into this first term, final term?
Just 7 minutes.
7 minutes. This could be the goal that they need. We know they can get goals like lightning. And Ash Fleming, who his immediate opponent, Brett Catton, was yellow carded earlier on. And the hopes of the Cats has faded to the right. Fleming 1 goal, 2 on the board today. The Cats now 6-5-41 to Diggers Rest of 13-5-83.
Well, while we have a quick break while they get in the ball, I'll just say some scores. We got Melton Central's 10-5-65 trial, Sunbury 11-12-78. Got Broadford 9-8-62 trial, Rupertswood 19-13 127.
Wow, and there's another big game there too. There, Rockbank and Wallen.
Oh yeah, Wallen 10-9-69 trial, Rockbank 11-9-75. So that's just a goal there.
And now it's the Burrows that lead this one by an even 7 goals here on Highlands FM. Detman This is a goal that they need, and this is a goal they're not going to get. They're kicking themselves out of any chance of getting back into this one. It's now 6-6, 42 to 13-5, 83. We're about 8 minutes in this final
Yep, 8
term.
minutes, yep.
Beautiful. Jess, the other Cats have kicked a few points since their last goal as well, I think, as well. Is it 3 or 4?
Since their last goal, they've kicked 3 behinds, yes.
And 3 gettable goals too. It could have made things very interesting. Laurie with the kick in. A big thumping left foot kick. Hansford Heckenbotham couldn't take the mark. All out to O'Brien. About 60 metres out from goal. He'll centre it up to Meldrum. Oh, Marshy flew. Fleming dishes it out to Christensen. Just chucks it under the boot. He's got Johnston. This should be a goal. It isn't. It isn't. He's missed it. They're kicking themselves out of this, the Cats. It's now out to 6-7, 43. Is it 6-7 each? I think it is. Just looking up at the scoreboard.
I've got 6-7 down on mine.
Beautiful. We'll leave it at that. Ball goes up. Arnold there with the spoil. They're at centre half back. Well, here's the Burrows here. They've got some numbers on the overlap. But good pressure there from Christensen. He's like another Terry. He just keeps working hard. Right foot kick, and he turns it over to Slug at defensive 50. Frustrations from the Cats fans, wondering what might have been as they trail this one by 40 points. Ball up towards centre wing, out of sight. How could they afford to give Heritage all the space? Although we did drop the mark there. Made life just a little bit difficult. And we'll see a boundary throw in.
Yeah, I reckon he dropped that because it's coming down a little bit. It's not really raining. It's very dewy. So I reckon the ball's picked up a lot of the moisture, and I just reckon it probably just slipped out.
Yeah, he probably thought he might have been under a little bit of pressure too. No wind out there to sort of dry out the other drizzle, which is good for football. Umpire calls play on. Ball up towards Tucky and Markworth. Good contest there, about 25 metres out. Tucky on the left, and he kicks it through for a minor score. 4-2 on the board to lead all goal scorers today. It's 13-6, 84 to 6-7, 43. And the AFL still kicking on there, Veach. You'd be very happy man at the moment.
Yes, 10 minutes gone last quarter. Brisbane 12-8, 80 lead. Essendon 11-10, 76. That's 4 points. Like I said, it's just been going goal for goal there. It hasn't gone over probably 14 points, which was probably like the first 14 points scored to Brisbane. And in the other game, it is Hawks doing it comfortably to only 14-9, 93 to Giants 8-2, 50. So they're not really going at full pace to give the shellacking to the Giants.
Vitch, I'm glad you can get the scores on that app, because every time I use that app, it gives me the don't argue and it's not interested. So I reckon we'll be swapping phones at the end of this one. As the ball heads out towards centre wing to Markworth. He's run up the ground, adding some valuable run. Centre wing, out of side, Pete Markworth. Kick up towards left half forward. Now Fleming's got a couple to contend with. Managed to get the spoil there on Sluggett, but the Burrows had some numbers there at ground level. Of course, Diggers Rest leading this one by 40 points. Ball now. Hot in the middle of the ground. Handball over the top to Johnston. Missed a shot that he could have kicked earlier. Left foot kick up towards Meldrum. He had to come from behind. Ryan wore him well like a glove. Meldrum again with the tackle. Ball now about 40 metres out from goal. Down the corridor in the back or holding the man. It's a free kick to Diggers Rest. And Richardson, who's had a fantastic day today, to Clark. Kick over the top to Hannon. Takes the mark, defensive 70, just drawing a man. And I think that's a Heritage he wanted to call on. He might end up getting the ball there, Heritage. He was the target, and the ball's sent out of bounds. Boundary throw-in. And we'll see a throw-in here on centre wing commentary side. And the umpire, Andrew O'Keefe. Not the media superstar, but he's done a good job today, the O'Keefe boys. In the umpire's department. We'll see a boundary throw-in. Hickenbotham wins the tap, but Harvey wins it at ground level. Richardson just roving it beautifully out towards Kernan. And a few frustrated Cat supporters here this afternoon. It's been a hard day at the office for them. Kernan looks to chip it in ball to Arnold, the two youngsters combined. Dylan Hunt in there on the mark for Diggers Rest across half back. Umpire calls play on. Right foot kick to the Hansford. He fell over there and managed to trap the ball in the process, and we'll see a ball. It was almost a good fall there, Veach, because it could have ricocheted anywhere.
Yeah, he just did that. He was very unlucky to drop that.
It's a sharp kick. Woods, good around the body. Christensen, he's stepped up here for the Cats. Wright's worked hard here for Macedon. Chip in ball to Johnston. Handball over the top to Detman. He's got some support there on the outer side. Kick up towards to Clough. He's got Sluggett. This will be a great battle. This will be a very good battle. A cheeky kick there from Clough. He turned it over in the process to Heritage. A kick in ball to Richardson on the cricket pitch. He's just left of centre for Diggers Rest. It's 43 to 84. Hector Harvey in front of O'Brien. Across right half back, loops it over the top to Clark. Right in front of us here on centre wing. Stewie Clark has been a goal kicker in recent weeks. A big kick up towards half forward now. Good spoil there coming from behind. It was actually from Bell, and we'll see a boundary throw in 55 metres out from goal. And I think this, we're starting to see the yellow card. This is Freethin might be coming onto the ground. I'm not too sure. For Diggers Rest. Or he might be involved in the change-up, not too sure. Kick partially smothered there from Sanders. For Macedon, Diggers Rest with some numbers around this ball. Clark along the boundary line, up towards the left forward pocket. Who's there? It's Macedon. They almost could turn it over here. It's Kernan, though. He gets a kick. Now here's a chance to Story. Out there on the outer side, the Pie Man's making a presence. Get your pies here if you're around the grounds. Now the Cats, they'll head forward up towards centre forward to Fleming. The Dukes have stuck and he's played on. He kicked it he's got it to Walker 45 metres out from goal and he misses terribly through for a minor score. Beach, just Cats kicking themselves out of this big time.
There's not been one goal scored yet in this last quarter, I believe.
How long's gone, Jess?
15 minutes.
15 minutes in this last quarter here on Highlands FM. We thank you for your company wherever you may be listening. And we'll see a ball up about 70 metres out from the Cats' goal. The light is fading and the hopes are fading on the Cats this afternoon. They've had their chances in this last term to get themselves right back in this contest. They've kicked a number of gettable goals. They've missed a number of gettable goals, I should say, as Fogarty takes the ball out of bounds. And around the ground scores, Veach, it's all happening everywhere at the moment. Wallen is starring. They're coming back.
I don't think they've come back. I believe they've won. By the looks of this, it's full time. Wallen 12-11-83, Rockbank 11-10-76. I believe they've won by 7 points, but I'll need to confirm that in a bit.
As Freeth hits the ground running, sends the ball up towards Tucky, 25 metres out from goal. Of course, our friends at 98.3 OKR FM broadcasting that game this afternoon. Doing a magnificent job down there. As Tucky, he's doing a magnificent job. The last time he played in Diggers Rest colours was against Broadford, and he kicked 5 goals in Broadford. Well, they're getting a good number done on them, aren't they, Veach?
Yeah, it's Broadford 9-9-63, Trailer Rupert's Wood 21-14, 140.
So 77 points. As Tucky, he worked that back beautifully for goal number 5 this afternoon. That's 5 goals, 2 on the board. And the Burrows 13-6-90 to Macedon 6-8-44. And how long are we into the quarter, Jess?
17 minutes.
17 minutes. Big game of football here on Highlands FM. While the margin is probably it's pushed out towards the Burrows, we've seen a pretty good contest here, each.
Yeah, I reckon the battle has been really well played in the midfield. Both teams have had a few standouts for each other to win the ball, but it doesn't just rely on a few guys, it does rely on the whole team, and unfortunately Macedon just haven't been able to get the scoreboard pressure that they probably would have wanted.
Yeah, well, the margin has sort of been around the 40-odd point mark for quite some time. The Burrows have just held them at arm's length and then some. See another throw up here. It's Hansford. He won the tap ball now at ground level in the back. Umpire calls play on site. Incorrect. Didn't have the view there that we did, and we'll see a ball up. Dead set in the middle of the ground, or just right in favour of the other Diggers Rest end. Ball kicked out of the other contest there, up towards Marsh. He hit the ground running. Umpire call play on in the process, and we'll see a holding the ball decision paid. And the Cats are going to get moving quickly. They've got to salvage something here, as Matt Goodwin hasn't had much of an impact here this afternoon. And Diggers Rest do have a couple of players back. The ball will go up towards Fleming, just over his head. Ball dribbles out towards the 25-metre mark. Clough, he's a sharp on it at the moment. Ferrugia, he falls forward. Meldrum, he runs into a contest. Ball wrapped up there about 15 metres out from goal, and umpire O'Keefe will ask for it politely, and we'll see a ball up. And the Bombers just hitting the front over at Docklands, mate.
Yeah, just a little, yeah.
Just a little bit. Big rivalry up here. Big rivalry here this afternoon. We'll see another ball up, perhaps. No, it still slips out. Momentarily, umpire lets it go. Heritage dishes it out to Laurie. He tucks the burley under his arm and kicks the ball out towards half back. Out towards centre wing now, Richardson. He battles with the ball, and Story out there on the outer side. Contest still being really well fought. Now the Cats with some numbers. Right foot kick up towards centre half forward. Oh! Marshy flew up. He nearly caught the fridge in the process there. If a fridge was being up in the air. And a free kick holding the ball goes to the Burrows there at centre half back. Rust giving a bit of a nudge. Umpire calls play on. Right left foot kick into the space of Davies. He goes on his knees and times it beautifully. Takes a mark. Umpire calls play on. Right foot kick around the body to Fleming, just over his head again. Now Marsh, he's soared many times this afternoon. His team lead by 46 points, and Laurie, he's having a field day out there in this last quarter, getting a little bit more of the ball. Just like Richardson, back to Laurie out there on centre wing on the far side. Up towards right half forward now. Good mark, almost taken there by, I think that was Brian Bell. Ball now about 25 to 30 metres out from Diggers Rest goal. Cats under enormous pressure. Handball dished out into a little pressure situation out there, and a free kick's being paid to Diggers Rest. There's only one goal being kicked in this term as we approach time on. I think it's about 21 minutes, Jess, at a glance.
Oh, you mean time now?
Yeah.
Yes, 21 minutes.
Oh, fluke.
I thought you were talking about the goal.
Well, here's a chance for a goal anyway to, I think, is it Brent Tucky? No, not Brent Tucky. He's the one handballing the ball out to a teammate. I think that's Piccolo, who might be having this shot at goal, man on the mark. Got it to Catton. This is a booming kick in the goal square, and it goes through for a rush behind for Diggers Rest. Their first of the afternoon. It's 91 to 44 in favour of the Diggers Rest side here in this last quarter. Only one goal kicked in this final term. Won't be long left in this one as the conditions are getting freezing. And Tucky flies as the Cats attempted to switch. And he takes a good mark there. Veach, talk us through that and how his chances of kicking a goal.
Well, he was just able to read the ball as it was coming across, and he just, as you said, just was able to fly up high and was able to take it. As he's probably about, I'd say about 38 metres out. The angle was a bit rough. He's close to the boundary, but not too close. He's just running in, lining up. And it hasn't carried a distance, I don't think. No, it's gone out on the full. So, not like the Tucky that we know. He's normally a good shot at goal. He's a really good shot at goal. So, he really sprayed that one wide.
Yeah, to the other side of the stick. And the Burrows have been without Reece Monahan, who injured his shoulder in the shadows of half-time. So hopefully it's not as bad as what has appeared as he carried off the ground, or it might have been a collarbone. As the Cats will look to manoeuvre the ball around on the outer side. And a good spoil there coming from behind, I think from maybe one of the Hannon boys. And we'll see a boundary thrown in front of the scoreboard. as Macedon 6-8-44 lead trail Diggers Rest 14-7-91. Deep into the dying stages of this one. The clouds getting heavier, the drizzle engulfing the ground just marginally, and we'll see another ball up a long way out from the attacking goal, which Diggers Rest are kicking to, which is to the right of a dial here on Highlands FM. We thank you for your company wherever you may be listening this afternoon. Make sure you stick around post-game. The Highlands FM Hangrock Winery Player of the Day Award. A big award here, and all the RDFL boys, they love it. Now Macedon through Nick Arnold, the Rising Star Award winner this week. Kick out of bounds, just touching the paint. And he was penalised for deliberate. It's full time here at the Tony Clark Reserve. Sensational, and what a game, Beach.